Alright, good morning. Today I'm looking at a combat shuttle design from Taiyo. It's a pretty simplistic design. I think 95% of these parts come from the Taiyo showroom in Neon City. Uh, I think the wings here are from Deimos, and then the comm spike and the conduction grid are from Crix. But I'm pretty sure every other part comes from the showroom in Taiyo. So we'll get down, I'll take it apart, show you what it's made out of, and we'll take it into combat and see how it performs. Alright, we're down here in the shipbuilder. As you can see, it's a very Taiyo looking ship. It's got all the smooth, rounded edges. Like I said earlier, I think of this as kind of like a combat shuttle. 3,410 cargo, max crew of 10, 29 light year jump range, 100 mobility, top speed of 140, and it's a B-class ship. So this is something I did a little different with this build that I've never done before. Is I've mixed and matched different types of engines. So this is the first time I've ever. Usually I just have like all the same type of motors, but this time I used two of these Nova 1050 engines and two of these SAE 5660s. So I think it came out looking pretty nice. And on the bottom, you just got the cargo deck basically. But anyways, we'll take it apart. I'll show you how to put it together, and then we'll take it into combat for a spin and see how it performs. Alright, I got the ship disassembled, mostly. I'm going to cheat a little bit on this one, because I keep forgetting how these things go together when I try to put them back together. So I'm going to build this layer by layer, and this way it'll be easier for both of us. You don't have to listen to me make mistake after mistake trying to remember how this goes back together. We start from the bottom, deck 1 or layer 1, which is going to be a shipbed 200 landing bay from Taiyo. If you didn't know, these shipbed 200s can actually face forwards or backwards, which is kind of interesting. We're going to have it facing forwards. Behind it, we're going to use a Taiyo companionway 1x1 bottom B. And then we're going to have two Galleon S204 cargo holds behind that. And a single SAE 5660 engine from Slayton Aerospace. And that's layer 1. Layer 2 is going to be a Taiyo all-in-one berth 2x1 from the bottom, an Aurora 12G grav drive right here, and we're going to leave a cavity in between these two spots right here, and a SAE 5660 engine. And I'm going to put in this cavity later, I'm going to put the fuel tank and the shield generator. And then, let's see, right here is a Taiyo braking engine. And we're going to just stick that on the front like that. And that completes layer 2. Layer 3. Actually, you know what? Before we get to layer 3, let's hook up our landing gears. We have 6 of these Pinpoint 4G gears from Taiyo. And they're going to go just like this. So leave space in the back for the actual engines. And on top of each of these Pinpoint 4G gears is a hard point for a weapon. There's 6 of them, and I have 6 of these Vanguard Obliterator auto projectors, so I just used all 6 of the hard points for the auto projectors. On the back side here, and the 2 cavities on the back, we're going to use a Nova 1050 engine from Relodyne. That completes the engine section back here. And in this little cavity right here, we're going to put an H30 Atlas HE3 fuel tank on the side. That gives you 400 fuel. And on the other side, we're going to use a 28T Defender shield generator from Dogstar. And that completes layer 2. Layer 3, we're going to start off with the Demo cockpit. This is the one that has 240 cargo and it weighs 10 mass. And then behind that, we're going to use 2 of these Taiyo control stations, 2x1, top B. That way we can cover up all the internalized components. And behind that, we're going to use this ion beam H1030 reactor. I think this is the first time I've ever used this reactor, and the only reason I really used it is because it's kind of enclosed and it just looks better along the spine here of the ship. Some of the other reactors, you know, they have a little bit more power, not much, but a little bit more. But they just look weird, you know. If you were to stick something up there, it doesn't seem to really go well, in my opinion. On the front, we're going to cap off the left and right pontoons here with these Taiyo braking engines, port and starboard. And on the back, we're going to use this 100 cm ballast cargo hold. And on top of the cargo hold, we're going to use an equipment plate that also comes from Taiyo, and a comm spike on top of the equipment plate. On the bottom, we're going to use this 100 DP slim docker. And if you didn't know, these slim dockers can face up or down. We're going to have it facing down. So we'll go up under the ship, and we're going to put it on that 1x1 Taiyo companionway. So it's kind of out of the way. That just leaves our weapons mounts. So on the port and starboard sides, I have 2, 3, 4, 10 of these Deimos Wing E's. And if you look at them, like especially from like this one in the back, they can face forwards or backwards. And we're going to start off up here at the top with the small end facing forward, right there. And then that way the big end and the big end on this one will be together. And you're just going to keep alternating. So the small to small, big to big sides keep meeting. Just like that. We'll do the same thing for the starboard side. Big end to big end, small to small end. And I put the comm spike on the side, on the back here. And this has happened to me every time I've taken the ship apart, and I don't know what's causing it, but it's going to say that the landing bay isn't connected to the cockpit, and I've taken this thing apart. And like I said, I don't know why it's doing this, but I have to literally take this thing apart like 6 times. Let's see if I can get it. This game is just bugged. There we go. See, it's nominal now. I don't know why it does that, but it's done this to me 100% of the times I've taken the ship apart and put it back together. But this is a no glitch, no mod build. I don't do glitches. It's a pretty simple design. I don't like the real gaudy looks. I don't like a lot of negative space in the ships either, where people have like giant wings that stick out, and then they'll have like a big gap in between the fuselage and the wings. That's just not my thing. Like I can't imagine a spaceship. You know, you'd want it to be as space efficient as possible. And I think this is qualifies for that. Anyways, like I said, it only has 29 light year jump range, and before anybody says anything about having 30, it doesn't matter. You only need 28 light year jump range in this game. Anything over that is just wasting weight. I couldn't go any lower because I think the next one down went to 27, so 28 is where we're at. This one only has 3 habs. 2x1 habs. Oops, that goes there. So it's not a lot of space inside, but it doesn't matter because I don't use the space inside the ship for anything other than just to get my crew members up to 8. So I have enough for that, and I have a 2x1, so I have a bed, so if I want to sleep and get the experience buff, I can do that on the ship. Put it back together. So yeah, 36, 28. Don't make me do math. 56 meters in length, 26 meters width. So it's not the full size, but it's getting a little bit longer than I usually make ships. These Taiyo builds, I don't know, they're hard to make small. Like I could make this a little bit smaller. I could pull like a gear off and like make these, do some stuff like that. But it gets hard to have enough hard points and everything and cargo to get to where I want it. Oops. Anyways, let's take this thing out for a spin. Or I'll take you for a tour inside first. Actually didn't need as many of the gears that I used, but I wasn't going to have like 3 on one side and 2 on the other because it just looked weird. Inside you come into that 1x1 companionway on the bottom that has the slim docker that comes up right here. And you can see it's just a single ladder all the way to the top. There's the bed if you want to get your experience buff. Toilet. Little living area. Little refrigerator. Little cook station over here and sink. Alright, so on the top you have 2 of these 2x1 control hubs. They give you 4 crew members each, which brings the 2 plus 4 plus 4 gives me 10. So 4 in each of these halves, which is 8 total, and then the 2 that you get from the cockpit brings you up to 10. So it's very like sparse looking cockpit from Taiyo. Over here you have the cargo hold and the armillary and the captain's hold locker. I hate using these captain's lockers. It only has 40 mass. You really can't put anything in there. It's kind of stupid. Anyways, we'll take off. I'll show you what it looks like from space and take it into combat and see how it performs. Alright, as always, the ship is maneuverable because I don't make ships with less than 100 mobility. If we look at the cargo, because I have the payload skill, which brings my cargo up to an extra 50% over what the base cargo, which brings it up to 5,370. Shields are at 2,400. I don't have any crew members assigned right now, so if I had Omari on board, this would be at like 26 something. As usual, all protocol weapons, because those are the best weapons you can use. I guess the ship has a value of 384,082 credits. No shielded capacity, because I don't do smuggling. I don't think it's worth it. It's just easier to fly to either Red Mile or the Den and sell your stuff there. And 36 power in my reactor. So we'll fly over to Serpentis, test it out. Wait a minute, where'd this place go? I haven't explored some of these places. I'm at NG plus 10 now. So I gotta go back and rediscover all my jump points, which I wish it would carry over from the previous ones. Every time you come out of a jump, make sure you redistribute your power. Always keep your engines and your shield power at 100%. was easy. Let's see if there's a hostile area out here. So we got like 4 ships here. Boost. Flip around with thrusters, boost towards them again. Oop. Wish we could ram ships and destroy them that way. Let my particle weapons recharge. Boost to get away from the missile lock. Thrust out. Easy. So, where's the sun? We get some glamour shots. Get out of this field of debris. Like I said, it's a very cylindrical looking ship. Kind of gives it kind of like a submarine look, in my opinion, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, I screwed up. No, I didn't. I thought I messed up one of the weapons. Let's go to photo mode. We'll look at so this is what she looks like. I'm happy. All the weapons, like I said, I got them on the sides. The one thing I think is kind of weird in this game is the weapons are like mounted in line, so that you'd think they'd just be shooting through each other, but you know, that's not how the game works. They work just fine like this. You can actually put them inside the ship. You can mount them internally if you wanted, and it'll still work. But I didn't go that far. But it's a very sleek looking ship. I'm happy with it. If we go to the bottom, you can see it's basically just 2 cargo holds and the engine in the back. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, and if you guys have any complaints or questions about this, let me know. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.